Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're taking a stack of sources and plunging into the fascinating world of business communication. Think of it as a bit of a shortcut, really, to being well-informed, whether you're, dreaming of launching your own thing, prepping for a big meeting.
Or just curious.
Or just curious about how success is really crafted.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to unpack the essential bits of a solid business plan and then pivot to the language that really drives sales strategies.
Okay.
You'll get some practical insights, the vocabulary you need, but maybe more importantly, understand why these things matter so much in, well, the real world of business.
Fantastic. So our mission today, pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge, help you understand what's critical, maybe uncover a few surprises. Sound good?
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's kick things off with the foundation. The business plan.
Right. The cornerstone.
Our sources describe it as kind of your strategic roadmap. It lays out how a company will start, how it'll run, and hopefully how it'll grow. It's pretty fundamental for anyone thinking about business or entrepreneurship. It actually reminds me of university.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my group planned a small cafe startup.
Yeah.
We had to figure out costs, marketing, customers, the whole lot.
And that uni exercise, it really hits the nail on the head. What's often misunderstood, I think, is that it sounds formal, right? A business plan.
Yeah, very official.
But it doesn't have to be some massive, intimidating document. The main point is just to explain your idea clearly
Okay.
and show how it could actually work, how it could succeed. It's not just for investors or banks, though that's important too.
Right.
It's a critical tool for you, the person starting it. It makes you clarify your own goals, helps you explain things to, future colleagues. And crucially, it maps out that vital first year. That's often the make or break period, isn't it? Where many ventures sadly fail.
Absolutely. And when you start mapping that out, certain phrases just keep popping up. Let's dig into a few common ones.
Okay.
First up, market research. And we're not just talking a quick search online here.
No, definitely not.
It's about really digging deep, strategically understanding your potential customers, looking hard at competitors, getting the feel of the overall market before you commit.
Exactly. And the real value there isn't just knowing, say, that people like coffee, if we stick with your cafe idea.
Yeah.
It's about finding those unmet needs, maybe potential gaps in the market. Do people want specialty blends? Is there nowhere to study late at night? Is this particular neighborhood missing something?
Okay. So it's more dynamic.
Turns data into insight, gives you a real competitive edge. That's the power of proper market research.
Got it. So once you've mapped that out, the next big question is about money, right? How much you actually keep from each sale. That's the profit margin.
With bottom line, essentially.
The difference between revenue and costs. Simple math. Money made versus money spent.
Yeah, the calculation itself is straightforward, but the strategy behind it, that's where it gets interesting. Your choices massively impact that margin. Well, are you selling luxury stuff with naturally high margins? Or are you like a discount store, high volume, lower margin? How well do you manage your cost, your pricing, even things like customer loyalty? It all feeds in.
Right.
A really low profit margin might signal big problems. A healthy one gives you room to grow, to invest. And investors, they look very closely at this.
Makes sense.
They're always looking for that solid return on investment they put money in.
They want more money back out.
Precisely. They need to see that potential payoff.
That sounds like a lot of calculation involved. And speaking of getting support for those numbers, eventually you need to convince someone your idea is worth backing. That's where you have to pitch an idea, right? Presenting it, explaining it, trying to get support or, money.
Yeah. Could be investors, could be a partner, could even be your boss for a new project inside a company.
So pitching.
It's really an art form. You're distilling your whole vision into something compelling, a narrative. You've heard of the elevator pitch.
Oh, yeah, the super short version.
Exactly. Like 30 seconds, can you grab someone's interest that fast? Enough for them to say, okay, tell me more.
Right.
And for investors, like we said, a huge part of that pitch often boils down to the numbers, the financial analysis in your plan, those sales forecasts, cash flow projections, and of course, the potential profits.
It really does sound like a lot of groundwork. I remember reading in one of the pieces we looked at about someone who thought writing the plan would be easy.
Yeah. Famous last words.
Only to find out they couldn't be more wrong. A really thorough plan needs that executive summary, short, punchy, like 2 pages max, just the core idea.
The highlight reel.
A company description, details on your product or service, how it's different, But then there's the market analysis. That was described as the hard part.
It often is, because you're looking into potentially hundreds of variables, including things like socioeconomic factors.
Okay, hundreds of variables sounds intense.
It can be. You're thinking about demographics, consumer behavior, regulations, technology shifts, everything. It's not just gathering data. It's putting it all together to see the big picture.
And socioeconomic factors. What does that really mean?
It's that blend of social stuff, like where people fit in society, their lifestyle and economic stuff, basically how much money they have.
Okay, like income levels.
Exactly. And a key measure here, which came up, is GDP per capita.
Right, I saw that. GDP per capita.
So GDP, gross domestic product, that's all the stuff made in a country. Per capita just means per person.
Got it.
So GDP per capita gives you a sense of the average economic output per person. And the insight there is how different that can be.
Like really different.
Hugely. Our sources mention examples like maybe $500 USD a year at the very low end versus, say, $35,000 USD a year at the high end.
Wow.
And knowing that fundamentally changes your whole business model, right?
Mm.
Your pricing, how you reach people, it has to fit the market.
Absolutely. It's clear a proper business plan is, well, it's a serious amount of work.
It is.
You might be tempted, after hearing all this, to just save yourself all the hassle and stick with your day job.
Yeah, I can see the appeal. It's a natural phrase, isn't it? Just means avoiding all that effort and trouble.
Totally. But if you do decide to go for it, you'd probably say you're going to write up a business plan. It just sounds more natural, more fluent than saying create one, write it up.
Yeah. Okay. So we've planned. Now let's pivot from that careful planning to action. Actually driving sales.
Right. Making it happen.
Imagine you're in a sales meeting, things are maybe a bit tense, and the manager wants concrete solutions to drive sales, which just means sell more, increase sales.
Those numbers up. Yeah.
And in one scenario we saw, an employee suggests, maybe we should lower our prices to match the competitors. Their reasoning. We're the most expensive in the market.
Okay, a common suggestion. To match the competitors means bringing your price or features or service in line with what others are doing, trying to level the playing field.
But what's interesting is the manager's reaction in that example. Oh, what did they say?
Dismissed it, called it not very creative, and basically said, it'll never fly.
Ouch. It'll never fly.
Yeah.
That's pretty blunt.
Yeah, it means it won't work, won't get approved.
Yeah.
It's just not a good idea, in their view. Often used when something seems impractical or lacks support.
Okay. So that idea died.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But then another employee suggests a promotion, like a 2-for-1 deal, a marketing tactic, not a job promotion.
Right. A sales promotion to boost volume.
And the manager still isn't keen initially. But the CEO happens to overhear.
The plot thickens.
And loves it. Calls it a brilliant idea.
Well, that is telling, isn't it? Shows how timing and who hears the idea can make all the difference.
Exactly. And it also leads us to think about how we communicate professionally. Little tweaks in language can matter. For example, instead of just saying something will arrive soon, which is a bit vague, a more polished way might be we'll be here any minute. It sounds more precise, more confident.
Yeah, it conveys a sense of immediacy and control. Good point. And similarly, instead of just saying you're thinking about something.
Of an idea?
Yeah. You might say you're considering it. It just sounds a bit more formal, more thoughtful, like you're giving it proper weight.
Okay, considering. I like that. And for a really good idea, instead of just, great idea.
Which is fine.
Which is fine. But maybe using brilliant gives it more punch, more impact.
Absolutely. Brilliant idea. It signals strong approval, real enthusiasm. These small choices, they add up to create a certain professional impression.
And it's not just the words themselves, is it? That whole scenario with the sales manager, it says a lot about leadership, too.
Definitely.
He was described as, well, a terrible person to work for, cutting people off, not motivating them.
Making them scared to speak up, probably.
Exactly, which is the opposite of what you want. A good manager, surely, encourages their team, supports them, makes them want to contribute and feel part of something.
Yeah, it fosters that environment where ideas can fly. This really brings up a key question for anyone listening, doesn't it? How can you use these lessons?
In your own interactions.
Right. Whether you're leading a team or just presenting an idea or collaborating, think about that manager. Their negativity probably killed other good ideas before they were even voiced. How you communicate an idea, and maybe just as importantly, how you receive ideas. that can genuinely make or break whether something gets off the ground, whether it flies or just fizzles out.
Wow. Okay, what an illuminating deep dive today. We've really
Yeah.
unpacked a lot. The whole world of business plans, from the deep thinking needed for market research, understanding your profit margin, how to actually pitch an idea.
Including that crucial executive summary.
Right, and always aiming for that return on investment.
And then we shifted to sales strategies, using phrases like drive sales, the whole dynamic of trying to match the competitors, the power of a good promotion.
And the tough reality that sometimes an idea just won't fly.
Yeah. Plus those little communication upgrades. Be here any minute to consider calling something brilliant. Ways to sound more polished and professional.
So what's the takeaway for you listening? Whether you're thinking about a side project, getting ready for a meeting, or just want to feel more confident in these kinds of discussions, these insights are really valuable.
Gold nuggets, as you said.
Maybe try practicing them this week. Imagine you're starting something, a tech idea, an online shop, whatever. Ask yourself, okay, what market research do I really need? What's my likely profit margin? How would I pitch this confidently?
And think beyond just the terms. How does understanding the structure of a business plan, even if you never write one, change how you look at the businesses you interact with every day?
Oh, that's interesting.
And consider the impact of communication again. Not just what you say, but how you say it. How does knowing about those sales team dynamics or that difficult manager maybe help you navigate your own work environment more effectively?
The language reflects the reality, you know. What really stands out to you from all this?